Comic book characters.
How's it going, everybody? Ragiroth here. So I normally haven't really done a reaction video to like a Kombat Kast in a long time. I think like since like maybe before we got the DLC characters on K11. But this is Spawn. This is a little bit of a different circumstance, special occasion. So I figured, why the hell not kind of film my reaction video or a viewing party, if you will. So, you know, I'm a little late to it. They're already talking. They didn't really start showing any of the Spawn. Just talking about Final Combat. But, what can I say? I know, like, I guess it's nice to sort of just, you know, talk and chill about Spawn. Because, you know, my reaction video was like, and, you know, then I had the other video come out, which was like, you know, I uploaded it multiple times because the one song, Highway to Hell, kept getting the video blocked. So I had to put like the karaoke version of the song in. So if anyone's wondering why it was uploaded twice, that's why. It was pretty annoying, but I'm glad seems like it's safe now. But I guess I should probably say like why this is kind of a bigger deal than a lot of other sort of I guess character reveals that I've talked about on my channel. Well, not only is Spawn one of my favorite like comic book, you know, superhero characters, that I haven't really got to play as anything in a long time, let alone see anything in a while aside of reading comics. Him being in a game like this is kind of like, I guess, the end of an arc for my YouTube channel. If my YouTube channel was a TV show. Basically, because when I first started the channel a few years ago, it was a little after Injustice 2 came out, like after the first Fighters Pack came out, and I really wanted Spawn as a guest, and you know, kept striking out with that, and you know, after MKX too, so it was a bit of a bummer, and I kind of felt bad because I felt like I was kind of viewing Injustice 2 in a bad light, and that wasn't the case at all. Actually, I actually really liked Injustice 2. I actually loved the roster. First Fighters Pack, I actually loved. But of course, my channel started after that pack had already, I think, the characters, you know, after the pack was revealed. I mean, I love Black Man. I use Pack too. I just really wanted Spawn. And, you know, I know a lot of people, including some of my friends, said, like, oh, well, Spawn would be better fit for Mortal Kombat. We're going to be violent and all that. I didn't necessarily disagree. I think I was just really impatient. And I was kind of basing it off of MKX, where DLC characters did not get alternate costumes. And this was when they just had X-ray attacks. And I don't know why I said X-ray like that. But
it felt good to me, like in my soul.
And I kind of figured that would be really limiting the Spawn.
We got Spawn today.
But Fatal Blows came in, and
comic pack with Spawn. Let's show the first one.
What's this?
Oh, the other video. Sorry.
Janie Man can't.
Okay, they're showing I think the Fighters Pack, Combat Pack.
Hellspawn Jackie. Awesome.
One of my favorite skins. Absolutely.
Really cool. Very
I don't know how I feel about the Jackie skin. I don't know.
We will be using a couple of these skins as victims today.
I mean,
see them a little bit in motion.
I think I'd be more okay with it if Jackie didn't already get on a costume in the pack. If it was someone else different, though I actually like Kodals. I would have been okay with it.
Skin comes out that makes me want to play a character I haven't played before, and this is one that does.
Yeah, that is actually Kodal skin I really like.
Also, this next one, Aaron Black.
This is the one I love.
This makes me want to play.
See, I love Aaron Black, but
I think that's super rad.
this one's so plain looking to me at least, in my opinion.
And finally, Space Marine Jackie. So.
Yeah, that's really cool too.
Why did she get two?
Awesome
Why?
stuff.
I really like the
But
that give it
what was I saying?
Old
Yeah, so I kind of feel like Spawn not having like a super move would have been kind of lame.
Video that Danish
But
put together for us to kind of show off Spawn before we show.
Oh, okay.
Danish video.
Yeah.
That's basically the gist of what I wanted to say.
Like,
But yeah, this is a big moment for me and my YouTube channel, I guess, from what I'm saying.
Right?
Absolutely.
Huh.
It's something that people have
Actually, I know he's the
years,
most
but it's
requested character.
almost best that it took so long because this level of detail in his character model or the effects on his chains, the effects on his
I hope he has more
just
costumes we haven't seen, but I have a feeling he probably
for
doesn't.
like MK9 and stuff. So like,
Yeah, getting the
That's a
capes
good point.
and chains was like the biggest hurdle, of course.
yes.
And to not have Spawn
Interesting.
with capes and chains isn't necessarily Spawn.
Right.
So waiting
True.
until now was
I love in
ideal
Soul
to
Calibur
try and
too,
get all
but-
that tech in there. For
And cinematics, voice,
Oh yeah, voice.
right? Like, it's probably for the best. That it took a long time, but he's amazing.
Worth the
Yeah.
wait.
It worked out.
I mean, I'll say
so
that.
How about, as we usually do,
I
talk
got a
about
point
kind of
there.
what Spawn is as a character, how they play, who's going to gravitate towards the character, that sort of thing.
Everybody's gonna gravitate towards him, I think.
Pretty much,
Oh yeah,
pretty much has.
Stephanie took
He's
the words
an
out of my
answer
mouth.
to most situations that you could want. He's got some pretty cool mix-ups, awesome
He seems
range
like an all-rounder.
and chains, and a little bit of zoning, a little bit of setup stuff, and then some
Okay.
really weird abilities for his tournament variations. Like he actually has a
Hmm.
command grab and an invisibility and
Yeah, I feel like we are really starting
Yeah,
to
I saw
nail the variations.
It's pretty sexy.
We were talking about them earlier today. I was
Pretty
finding, like,
sexy.
one that really felt like me, one that felt like you. Like
Yes.
it's definitely ways to play this character. So let's. I think we should probably go to gameplay because
do
people
it.
are waiting. Let's talk about.
I think
Oh my goodness.
the first thing when I saw him is he's huge. Like you can see here, he's basically as big as Koda.
Oh god, yeah,
He's
Coco's
imposing,
really
and I
big.
think that shines in his gameplay. Where I don't think he's like
Damn.
a super fast character. He's like just a heavy hitter, I would say, like a brawler.
Wide and
just
tall.
Right.
Imposing
Almost like he's
in
a cape.
gameplay. So let's start with his throws.
Tyler's favorite.
I've always
Okay.
said it. My favorite.
I figured it was that move.
And his forward throw is really rad because he uses a bunch of weapons,
Oh, okay. So I just throw.
including that battle axe that still burns. And this has a crushing
What did she
blow,
say?
and its requirement is
Battle
actually
axe
really
from-
interesting. It's if his back is to the corner, it will trigger. And the reaction is actually
Oh.
a stagger, and he gets a combo.
Interesting.
So it's a crushing blow throw, which is always good to have, but it's not the typical if you've escaped one, which is pretty neat.
I would say Spawn has definitely some. Yeah, as we go on further with the game, some really nice innovations with crushing blows.
Yes.
And a couple of his crushing blows.
There's a
Like
couple.
that one, for instance, like you said, isn't just the
Okay, so that's on his
throw,
normal
you know,
moves, the
messed up a throw break.
little
It's
demon
a back
summon
to the corner.
attack.
When Spawn's back is against the wall,
Yes,
Yeah.
and the metagame there would be you have to guess on your throw attack. If you think
That's
you're
so-
going to
so
swing
nuts.
forward to get the combo, you're going to eat a bunch of back throws, which then throw your back to the corner, where he can then start doing his mix-ups.
you know, and generally in the fighting game meta, you're going to want to turn them around and put them in the corner.
Right.
Spawn has the choice not to, and
Uppercut
get
you
some
with a
really good
kick.
stuff out of it.
Exactly. So he's doing the positional weaker throw, but he's going to get a combo.
Right.
So there's nothing weak about that.
And
So
probably
that is
puts him
interesting.
midstream.
Like,
in doing it,
so I kind of
Cool little
thought
interesting fact.
one of the reasons Spawn
fact
was
is,
really
that
kind
little
of
demon that
reluctant
rises
to kind
up
of
is actually a clone of
put
your opponent.
Spawn
Which I
as a
saw
guest
someone
is
on Reddit
because
point
he
that
wasn't
out.
really
Props
relevant.
to
Like he
them.
didn't have
Yeah.
anything coming out.
It's also
Um,
this is sweet.
Because a lot of the
It's
guests are
gotta
kind of
be the best
advertisements in a
moves.
way.
It's really good.
But like they're still kind of
range,
requested
it's-
sometimes.
It's absolutely.
So that's
awesome.
interesting. It's really because of tech
So
reasons.
this is the
and,
base, the
I
base
guess, voice
variation.
reasons. kind of,
Yes.
This is
you
not
know,
a
to
tournament
keep
variation
until
of
now.
We are
Just-
going to show all three tournament ones, but I wanted to start
Ooh.
with his base, and I equipped one extra ability just to show it off because I think it's neat.
It's
Oh.
one of it's
Pulls
very
out his
interesting.
idle
Yeah,
animation.
but right now it's base. He also has an awesome uppercut and just
So that is his uppercut. Wow.
awesome range. He uses cape basically as an extra limb and the chains.
Yeah, that like
So let's
air
go
chain
over
move
his
where he has to do
normal
him. That's
attacks. Start with
like
his
that's
jab.
like the
His
same
1-1-2,
animation
safe on block.
that
It's a
sorry,
jab.
claws.
What's
Same
cool about it
animation
is
that
he can also hold it.
Takeda's X-ray starter
If he
with
does
in
that,
MKX.
if they counter hit, it's a crushing blow.
Yeah, we saw that in the trailer.
And on block, it's actually bigly plus. They stagger, and he's plus 5 or 7 or something like that. But it has a gap. So the idea is, if you think he's going to hold it, you're going to interrupt it. But if he thinks you're going to interrupt it, you can play it safe, which is the jabs.
So it's reminiscent of Shang Tsung's mix-up in a way.
Yes, although the interest, it's off his jabs. which
But this one, and you hold.
Yes, and it's a big punish, it's a crushing blow, and it sets a lot of his stuff up. So then he also has back 1-2, and this is his main combo starter.
Wow.
It's a really good long range mid, pretty quick.
I like how
unsafe
smacking
on
with a cape
block,
makes all
but
work
that's
come
how he
out.
gets his combos. It also
like a really
serves as a great
poignant-
anti-
I guess it's- yeah, I mean, his cape is
mid-range
like, you
moves
know,
where you don't have
basically
to
demonic
guess they're going
entity.
to jump, but if
Some
they
people
happen
don't know
to
what it
jump
feels
and
like
he's
getting
doing
hit by
it,
it.
you're going to clip them, and then you get the pop up.
Yeah.
But unsafe on blocks. It's not, you're not just going to do it willy-nilly.
Seeing the detail on the
Some
sword
people-
more, it actually does look a lot more like
like
stylized, like
Maniac.
Agony was in Soul Calibur 2, which
The only move I
I
would ever use.
it does make it like a lot
That
more.
makes sense. The second hit's also an overhead, which leads to a couple of mix-ups when he has a low-hitting special move. It's also forward 2, and this has a couple of variations. There's this chain variation, and this is unsafe on block, but has hella range. A hellish range, because it's small.
There we go, hellish.
And then there's forward 2, which he's
It's funny his
is a
variation's
low,
called Hellraiser.
and
And
that by
I
itself
think people
is
have
safe.
thought
It
Pinhead
doesn't
should be
have
a guest
as
character.
much range as the
It's
chain.
called
Still a
Hellraiser.
lot of range. Like, you know you have good footsies when this is the lower range one. And he can hit confirm these too. He can hit confirm into a combo starter, into a safe special if he has one equipped. There's a lot he can do with it. Then lastly, this 2/4 string, where it ends with him flying up in the air.
This really shows the cape off.
Yeah, it basically takes up the whole screen.
Oh my god.
This has a crushing
Covers it
blow,
like old
only
elf bar.
the knee at the end hits. What's neat is, after this, he goes on his glide automatically.
So can you cancel the sneak attacks from that glide?
Yes, he can.
Woo! Yes.
Oh my god.
So he can either use it to move around or get a combo. And
That's hella fancy.
yeah, and it just looks cool.
Right.
So let's go into his base special moves. And they are pretty...
Oh, I wonder how his
He
his,
has a projectile.
variation symbols are gonna be. Oh,
It takes up a lot of real estate as
That's
a
sick.
long trail. It's fairly quick, and it is a high, so
Yeah.
they can
you
duck
would
it.
expect you to just like shoot out
However,
of his hands,
amplified
but that's
is
pretty
mid
sick.
and comes out super
Okay.
fast.
Takes up quite a bit of real estate.
Yes, this will hit them if they're
It's
jumping.
free real estate.
It'll hit them if they're trying to walk in between the fireball. So he can really use it to keep them out. He can zone with it. If he thinks they're going to try to advance, he amplifies. You're using a bar.
Okay, then I guess he
Great,
shoots
great.
it.
control
Keeping the
of real
distance,
estate.
absolutely.
Yes. Now, to combat zoning, he has this cape move.
That's
And
cool.
what does it do besides look awesome?
Well, besides look awesome,
Oh, with the amplified version
it
is.
will actually absorb a projectile.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
it
he
looked like
gets
a counter. In
Crushing
the
blow.
a
Pop
really
up?
trailer,
juicy
so I guess it kind of
crushing
is.
blow pop-up. So once per game, you can actually use it to get the crushing blow. He can absorb it all the time anyway.
Sure.
And this is something that he can cancel out of.
Okay.
It takes
Some-
meter to
Oh, okay,
cancel
so
it.
that's the
Yes.
Okay.
enhanced
But
version.
it is great for faking out because it has such slow startup. So
Right.
like in the mid-range, hover around here, and a lot of times you cancel and then you can go in for a throw, or just walk back and wait till it recharges. And because his space control's so good,
Right.
letting the stamina bar recharge is not really like a huge crippling weakness.
Because you
Like,
can constantly do pokes with the chains. As soon as somebody starts
Right.
advancing, you're like,
shoot
stay back!
fireball. So like, if you have full offensive gauge and you want to, you can then do a double fireball to then rebuild the defensive gauge to have that back.
It's awesome.
Cool.
So this also, he has War Club.
This move,
It's very interesting.
Very
So this is like your standard combo ender.
Hmm.
Nothing really neat about it.
It's
except
weird he
the
uses the
amplifier
mace that much. Oh,
has this low attack, and it'll actually come out even on block.
Awesome.
And then the neat thing is, this has a new mechanic of breaking breakaway.
Explain.
Huh.
The opponent tries to break away, he'll actually hit them out of it. And amplify
okay.
pops up for a combo.
Interesting.
so he has some really
Let's forget about
interesting
breakaway.
ways in game to get combos.
Yes.
Oh.
So he tries to break away. Doesn't want to eat that ender. And then he's actually going to eat a full combo after that. So that is
Oh,
pretty risky for spawn, but massively risky for the opponent. They
Yeah, the mind game becomes very interesting. Are they going to break away when they do? If they don't, now they're right beside you. Like, what are you
Yes.
doing?
And these are all part of his base kit?
Yes, the
Okay.
War Club is in everything so far is base kit, which
Great.
means also because of the way the gauge works.
That's good.
If you break
Oh.
away, get hit by the
That's a
War
nice
Club,
idle animations.
get re-pumped up by the amplified, you don't have any more gauge to break away. So you're just eating
Spent
that
it.
combo.
You spent it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
pretty awesome. So
Don't spend it.
if you don't like dealing with breakaways, Spawn will be a great character for you.
I've never used a breakaway, so I'll be fine.
You've tried.
I've tried.
So lastly, this
Not
is
sure
my
about
favorite
him.
move.
Okay.
Aesthetically, I think it's awesome.
Oh
He
yeah,
has
what is the
Phantom
deal with
Wave,
that?
and the idea here is that he's actually causing the opponent to have an illusion that their skin has burnt off and they're surrounded by
Oh, that's
flies.
right.
So the damage
He
is
can
measured.
do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this has two.
It gets in your head.
Ah, that really
Damn.
dug deep.
One is, it's a. Oh, I should probably turn off
Props for
breakaway.
that, Tyrone.
Let's assume I've scared him into not breaking away.
Right.
Right.
It has a restand if you do it regularly. He gets a little decent amount of.
Yeah, 'cause that's like-
Do
I was gonna say, it's
javelin,
basically a
mix up,
fatality.
Go into his 1-1-2
Or brutality
or
right
his
there.
throws, or if you amplify it, it is his big, juicy, highest damaging.
Oh my
It
God.
leaves them actually still pretty close. So,
Right, especially with the chains. I mean, you can start poking
Exactly.
right from there. Perfect.
So this is like the bread and butter combo ender. You can either choose keep the pressure going or cash out for definitely big damage if you amplify it. And
Nice.
you look awesome doing it.
Wow.
I think that's
Agreed.
really
I
important.
agree. Yeah, no.
Right.
Style points are very
hard.
important.
So
not
that's
to do.
space loadout.
Yeah.
Now I added one more move that's not in a tournament variation because I just think it's cool. It's called Invoking the Legion, and it's a buff that he puts on. And he gets
Yeah.
Fatal Blow early. You can see it, just see his life bar.
Yep.
Oh.
Now, it will do
oh my
less
God.
damage than it would do, but he has access to it. He
Oh.
has the armor, and his into is interesting. He throws a grenade at you. So let's check it
God,
out.
I
The
love
guns,
this.
I love it every time.
And you can direct as well.
Exactly.
with
Yeah.
Fatal Blow.
He actually has, if you hold up, he'll throw it up in the air as an anti.
Oh,
Yep.
Now, if
interesting.
you want to wait till you only have 30% and you do the buff, it actually stacks it, and now he throws 3
Oh
and
my
does
God.
increased damage.
But
Jesus
I
Christ.
mean, the whole reward thing. If you do it first thing in the match, you don't get it at 30%. You
Right.
Can, again, it
Right.
doesn't change the rules of what a fatal
Yes,
blow
it
is.
still has
Yep.
the cooldown. So yeah, you have to decide: do you want to use the buff early? You could do it like you
As
could
a
literally
round
do it-
ender in the first
yeah.
round.
It could be the first thing you do, and you haven't even been hit if you want.
I love that idea.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that idea
I
too.
wonder if they kind of
What
tied
do you
that
say?
to his whole like
So that's space
energy
loadout.
That's awesome.
So let's go into tournament
value
variation
thing.
1.
I can tell it's the
You've really outdone
Commando
yourself
one,
this time
just
on
from
the costume choices. I think you did
I
really
think
well.
his gear is really rad. And what's cool is
Ooh.
Todd McFarlane really gave us this ability to like kind of use classic stuff. Like Commando Spawn was actually an
That's
action
nice.
figure, but also kind of our own take. Like the third one is like our version of Spawn. Which is
probably that.
he really allowed us to go ham on
Armored
like
one,
colors
but
and stuff.
pictures of him.
You can have a
It's very
yellow
nice.
Spawn if you want. It's very rad.
And you dress this one up as a commando because
He is gun based. So the first move I gave him.
This is
Oh,
a-
by the way, I want to clarify.
this
When
is
I say
Dr.
I
S.
gave him,
Scotland's,
I'm not the
variation
designer.
right
I mean,
here.
just for the loadout.
well, also, but this is the tournament mode, so this is like right.
Yeah. So
Tournament,
that's,
so you didn't do any like this is what you'll get from tournament
I
level
set up
1.
this loadout. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not me being like, and then I am this. So anyway,
That's
an
that is
anti-air
nice.
Ooh,
Okay, we saw
and
that
it can
one.
be amplified,
and guns are blazing.
and then he absolutely goes ballistic,
Hey,
which I think is just. I did not even mean that. I think that to me, if you just said, "What is peak spawn?"
It's walking,
It's
shooting.
this.
Absolutely.
I love the idea that he
Yeah,
has these hell powers,
is.
but because they're somewhat limited, he's like, I'm going to use my guns.
Yeah.
And you can see this will juggle them if they.
As I say, so that's an amplify of the upward gun.
Yes.
Cool.
Then he has a low gun, and that you can use. It's
That's
kind
a
of
very
slow, so they
stylish
can
move.
fuzzy it, but you can mix up overhead and low gun. You can also hold it. You can cancel the hold, and then what's really cool
Wait, so that's not a counter, I think.
is it's a low
Maybe.
parry with a crushing blow.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
the first time you parry it,
Yep.
out parry a low,
Yes, a low.
it is a crushing blow.
And the same amplify from the anti-air gun is also applied to this.
So he's just blazing guns,
Yeah,
nonstop.
he's non-stop blazing. He's just
I love the chances the designers took with this character with some of the crushing blow requirements and those sort of things. Some really innovative things with Spawn, and it's really cool that that's happening with Spawn, such a iconic character that we've always wanted to have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's also neat how our designers went and our effects team and artist went crazy with like he has the plasma bolts, guns, fire, chains.
He's got it all.
Our
He's
effects.
got everything.
Our effects
It's
guys
amazing.
really had A lot of work for this character.
Absolutely.
I'm not wiping my nose. I'm just trying not to.
good.
And
then-
I mean, and
coronavirus.
cloth.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, cloth.
that's another the experience that our effects team and animators got with Injustice.
Sounds kinda
with
right a
those
little bit.
capes. Like,
Well, also the Brainiac's tendrils and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Like that all just helps.
That's
us
right.
build
Yeah,
what
he's
we
got
have.
some brain.
It's funny you listen, you read Twitter a lot, and a lot of people will be talking about like, people who maybe have never made games talk about how they think games are made, and sometimes they're wrong, sometimes they're right.
Right.
But even people who've probably never made a game, they're all like, I bet that cloth is tough.
oh
Like,
yeah,
you don't even have to know how to make games to know that that's a real difficult thing, and especially because it is involved so deeply in his combat style.
Oh,
So,
I mean,
Shout out to Laura and Judy.
shout
oh,
outs.
yeah, like from a QA perspective, cloth is. Oh, I'm not claiming we catch them all, but we catch a lot. For every clipping cloth thing you find, there are 300 in Jira.
Right.
So lastly, he gets a
Yeah, that
dive
was
kick,
the
or I
one.
guess it'd be a dive kick.
Yeah, kid.
Okay.
It's a
Dive
pretty
kick.
standard dive kick. He does not have an amplify. He's not going to combo. It is usually unsafe on block depending on when he does it. But it's just good to have a little extra dose of air mobility when he controls the ground so well because of the gun moves.
You know, also right now, current meta, a lot of times when people get knocked down, they jump,
Right.
and now using like dive kick out of jump can maybe get you out of some hairy situations.
Yes. He
And
can
it
use it.
covers a huge area.
That's the big thing. While,
Like
the,
it covers a huge area.
while the reward is not the best, the space control is pretty impressive.
Right. It's not a foot. It's a cape. It's
Yeah.
a dive cape.
So let's go to variation 2, which is the one I use.
Okay.
Whatever this one
This
will be.
one is your standard
Probably the classic
kind of
one.
combo heavy one where there's not a lot of gimmicks
I
here.
called it, yeah.
I love the cape.
That's a nice color combo.
The
So-
cowl is very cool.
He gains the shoulder charge, and if you amplify it,
Oh,
he gets a big combo starter.
come on, sound, stop cutting out. It's annoying about
And that's
Twitch.
kind of the showcase of this variation.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can hit confirm it off everything.
Unsafe?
Absolutely unsafe. It's
Jesus.
It is pretty much the prototypical combo starter. You're like, look, I just want to do strike throw mix-ups. I want to get big damage. Give me the variation. I don't care about setups. You have that. But if you are a creative player, his second move in it is this glide. And he can do a close version, a far version, and he can actually do it twice. As he's about to land, he can mess it up.
I want to give you some props. When we did this earlier, you did it like 5 times in a row without
Yeah.
issue.
Well, now I'm freaking
The
out.
pressure's on, the
Yeah,
pressure's
now
on.
I'm freaking out.
What is
This
it?
is bad. All right, one more chance.
Oh, come
Are
on.
you
can do
truly
it.
washed?
Oh, there it
Okay,
is.
there
There
we
it is. There
go.
it is. There it is.
Oh.
You were
This isn't even hard. It's that I messed it up the first time, freaked out. This is why
Got inside your own head.
How do you do it? Can I try it?
it's just down back two. This is
Twice?
really bad. Yeah.
YouTube, I get it.
You don't want to go over. There you go.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I got this.
She's not doing anything. You're doing it.
Yep, there we go.
So the rest is
Now
fun.
I gotta try it. Now I
Alright.
No.
just let me try it once. Down back two. Oh, okay, I'm done.
Yep.
It's way harder.
This is why we watch Final Combat and
Yes.
do not participate in Final Combat.
That is true.
All right, so variation
Yeah,
3 is, I
same
think,
here.
maybe the most interesting.
Oh, another one. Okay.
All right.
Okay, this is
Oh,
probably
this
the one.
yeah.
where
I
they're
like
on
this
costume.
one. You told me that 2 was mine, but I like this one.
Oh,
First
okay,
off-
yeah.
Yeah.
That cape, those shoulder things.
Oh, a black cape.
That's great. Okay, so this is a chain-based one. So the first thing he gains is actually a stance.
Chain reaction. That makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, the stance
So if
thing.
you just
so-
let it go, he does this anti-air. But if you hold down, he does a low.
That's so cool.
So the low takes up a ton of space.
Ooh.
And if the opponent's controlling the
I
ground,
don't know if he did
jumping
that in the
is
trailer.
kind of what you want to do to beat it.
That's awesome.
This
So you're
has a
kind of
question
reacting
for you.
on what the opponent's doing
Opponent's
while
gonna
you're
do.
doing. Yep.
If you hold the
Nice.
stance out,
That maybe
the
it was in the
customer's
trailer.
does the low. This can also be used, again, as a low instead of the overhead. Then he gains a ground chain. It's a low-hitting move.
That I never
It takes
did.
up almost the full screen.
Did you say a
Actually,
lot?
I was gonna say yeah. It looks like a full
Did you
screen.
say a lot of real estate?
A lot of real estate.
Free real
And
estate.
amplified is extra damage, and the big thing is it's safe on blocks.
And so it tracks too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't have to do close, medium, or far. It
Right.
just happens.
We saw this from the trailer against the Chain Scorpion versus Spawn
Yes.
Chain battle.
So I think this being safe on
Chain
blocks
on
is
chain
good.
action.
You can do all these really great strings, and then it also gives you a mix-up option that's safe.
I like the cape in that one. I don't know if I like his
And then
body color
lastly,
though,
One of
but
the coolest
I mean,
things is this
I guess
chain
I'm
grab,
just-
and this is a command grab.
oh, it's nice.
And what's cool is it'll hit any point. It'll hit close, pretty far away.
So this is a down back. This is a down back forward input.
It's back.
Oh, just back
yes.
forward?
Yes.
Oh, that's why I wasn't getting it to come out. I thought I was doing down back forward.
And he also still has his necroblasts as well.
Yes.
What?
And so the weakness is if they're crouch blocking, it will not hit them. They have to be stand blocking. So you are going to have to get them to stand block. But then if you can do that, this is pretty good. And if you amplify it and hold it, he turns invisible.
Here you go.
And this has a really cool crushing blow itself, where if he's invisible
Oh,
and you do the move again,
you can do it.
he gets the crushing blow. So
Oh,
a really fun thing to do is turn invisible,
that's cool.
and now the opponent doesn't know where you are. So you could sweep, you could repeat it, or it'd be a great opportunity to get that one.
Because they don't know you're missing the first thing.
Exactly.
Right.
So can you get poked out of the invisibility, or
Yes.
you're just invisible?
If he gets it out, he actually takes 20% more damage.
Wow.
And while he's invisible, he does 20% less.
Less.
So,
Good to know.
Uh,
yeah, he is kind of taking
Yeah,
the
that's
risk
fair.
to go into it, but I think it's very, very powerful. I think it's one of the better invisibilities we've done.
And something to reiterate, it is not like, if we look back to a game like Injustice 2 with Swamp Thing, there's not a near, medium, far.
Correct.
This is any distance you can
Yes.
grab the thing. And it just, I love this one because the mind games become really fun then. Like, do you go invisible and then they think you're doing it again, so you run up and throw? There's a lot of different things you can do in
Right.
that situation, which is really neat. So,
Actually, I just
It does
realized.
take a defensive stamina.
In that
So
outfit,
He can't just
that might actually be his
turn
skin.
invisible without a
Willy-nilly.
cost.
It's really red and
But
muscly.
That's not a bad cost to pay to
Huh.
literally be unseeable.
I'll give you that. I was thinking
Yeah, it occurred to me,
we
I
had
know.
some people on chat last time when I was going through the logs later, looking to whether
You
we
read the chat?
Sometimes I do.
I used to do that.
Yeah,
Dangerous.
I don't do it as much as I'd like to. I don't want to. Never mind. Anyway, moving on. Doing some matches
Yeah.
Okay, with Spawn,
against Spawn. So would you like to play Spawn against Derek and I?
I would. I've been playing him a lot.
You want to go first or we do?
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Best 2 out of 3 or
Yeah,
just
2 out
okay.
of 3.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Me. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ha! I didn't even change once.
Yeah, I know.
That was amazing.
I know. That's you.
Can we switch? Can we switch controllers?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh, that's you.
So this is exciting. A lot of and that's what we talked about earlier. So much different.
I think you need to sign in with it.
Different types of players are able
There's
to
a
play this character.
select screen icon.
Yeah, I
Very
think
nice.
he's going to appeal to a lot of people, and a lot of times for the guest characters, that's what we want to do. But if you're just like, you like the Spawn
Well,
comics,
that could be hit or miss.
Nope.
But,
are you in?
know.
I don't know.
He's in.
All right.
No, I don't.
Well, you might not have what you want, but
Oh.
I don't want to look through it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I think people that like setups, there's something for you. People that like just, I just
See,
want to
there's
do
other
low high
options
mix
on.
ups. I think there's something for everybody with Spawn.
Oh my god. He's got fire in his head.
There's more than one hell.
Go back to the one you came from.
Not till I'm good, ready.
It's been a while since we haven't had to talk through a opening. I'm very excited we did. Oh, nice.
Tyler, we got a commentate.
Oh yeah. So Derek started off really well, turning on the anti-projectile move, doing it again. Very good at turning that on, and then immediately jumps up.
It's an interesting
With
variation.
that.
It's probably
Stephanie kind of
something
looked
in the
getting in, but now
comics.
is starting to close the gap.
Yeah,
But,
like Spawn getting in.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't really know what much to say. I mean,
Another
that's,
helping thing is Derek
that's
has a lot of
great. I
experience
mean, looks
with it.
fantastic. Basically everything I think I could have dreamed of. You know what? I hate to say this. I kind of do wish he used the sword a
Sure
bit
is.
more.
Lots of Danny there.
Restand into a throw.
But
Yeah, right after.
you know, it's whatever. It's not the end of the world. You know, it's like he's so much more interesting things.
You gotta watch
Yeah.
out for that though.
It's not that huge of a deal. I think just because I kind of like how it looks more now that I see it up close.
Oh,
That was
I am a little disappointed.
I've
It
played them
doesn't-
many times.
I mean,
and you know that
could be
poke
wrong.
out
Maybe
stage,
it
that
was
overhead
nice.
comes
Oh,
quick
yeah.
sometimes.
after
Good
round.
showing by
There
Derek.
it goes.
Cash out.
Those are just. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. He probably doesn't have like medieval spawn. He probably doesn't have like. It's weird because he has the mace, which I think medieval spawn used. He doesn't have. He's probably not gonna have Redeemer. I think at very most it might be a color. For Redeemer, but
One thing you're not
and I don't
used to
know. I don't know if
probably
his
is the
mask is
constant
your option. I think that's actually part of like each
Yeah.
skin. But it's whatever. I understand. And like it's still a pretty good skin selection. I think it's still probably better than Joker and Terminators. So probably that's definitely fueled by some bias
That
there.
wasn't bad though.
That wasn't bad.
See, that sword looks so much
Are we
cooler now
gonna
to
see
see it up
something
closer.
new?
But
Oh.
I don't want to see his other one. I don't want to see it. I want to see everyone I do it myself. No.
That. All right, you want to do another one?
One more.
Okay.
One more.
One thing I really let's do a quick do a rematch. One thing I
Yeah, I
really
always forget to
like
show
that,
the second one. And
the team is very good
usually,
at is the framing of the
Yes.
end of moves.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know what I
I
mean?
do like that.
Yeah, the other fatality has a great one.
Show me your suit.
So I knew I had a feeling Violator was.
Prickly, even for a dead man.
See, I kind of would have liked Jade to maybe get the
Like
spawn
I think it
outfit.
also really shows.
'Cause, I mean, she is black and she has a lot of the green
Fate
energy.
Glow, where the-
So it's
after
like
the
she's
crowbar
already kind of
goes
halfway
through
there.
the
But
face, like the little framing maneuvers.
whatever. I guess because Jackie's kind
You
of
can
like
go
a
for full
military
combat,
character,
right.
kind of like Allison
Uppercut
was.
cash out.
Ah,
Oh no, this is
not
not,
right.
looking good.
but
Nope. I'll just put the controller down there, reckon. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, no, that
Yeah, I
Redeemer
think
is a
the
little.
uppercuts are
At least I could be
pretty
wrong.
good.
Maybe
I
they
noticed
are
that
saving
you
some
have
for
the
till when the game
so
comes
that was
out.
just-
Usually I feel like they don't.
Breaks away.
But
He's done it on accident.
That's true.
but
You
I
gotta
think
be
in most
careful.
of them they'll get a color.
That's the new.
I mean, it would be great if they added more skins to DLC characters. But I feel like they never do, and I feel like especially if it's like a guest character, because there's always like extra steps there. But,
Okay.
but otherwise, like, I have nothing good things to
Oh,
say.
there it is. There it is.
Oh, wait,
Is the comeback real?
does he actually have green blood?
I don't know.
I haven't, because that's right, we haven't really seen him get hit.
I think you played just on.
I can't tell, because there's so much green.
Oh, that wasn't it though.
Ah,
I like it. Oh no.
damn.
I thought I had
Wow.
defensive mater.
I think he's gonna. I thought you were mercy.
That would have. That's a,
I thought it was a pretty good match.
Oh, this is a good
entertaining.
one.
It's fun. I got beat.
That's sick.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that could be the cover to any issue. of
Yep.
Spawn.
It could be.
I'm excited
She's
to play
not
against
wrong.
you.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think I heard
I
he
am a
maybe has
feeler.
green blood. I mean, he
Yeah.
really should have green blood.
Yeah. You ever have it? So this is my biggest thing that I've been playing Combat League lately with Jax, and sometimes when I get like on a winning streak, I get excited and I
Okay,
just
yeah,
push the
there's
button
the-
right away with Jax, forgetting his second variation that I play, and I have no idea how to play the first one.
You.
That's rough.
It's tough to go. It's a tough
Yeah.
go.
I lost everything I held dear
And now you come here to wreck house.
to make the Netherrealm mine.
Nice.
He's very emo.
Remember, I'm an old Jax fan. Oh, as Punish, I should have done there. I need to watch for that. Bearded Jax is only Jax to me. That's
Yeah.
how I play.
Beard. Yeah, I'm trying to see make Spawn bleed to see if he has the green blood, but
Breakaway.
he didn't so good at Spawn.
It's overhead. That's the overhead for the job. Not
Okay.
my best work.
I normally don't want to see Spawn get beat up, but I'm just out of curious. I want to see if he has the green blood or not.
There you go.
Oh, he does. He does. It's just not like, I think, like neon green. Yeah, he does have green blood. That's cool.
Well,
That's cool.
I thought he was gonna block, and I was trying to tick throw him, and you didn't block.
No.
Stick to her. Yeah, you didn't block, so I got it.
Here we go.
All right.
Round two, round two.
Not going well.
Oh. For that little swipe. Oh, up close Necro Blast. You don't want to see
Yeah, I
it.
was just thinking about that. 'Cause I guess I expected his blood to be brighter, but at least it's green.
Pop.
That Mountain Dew blood.
Oh.
I want to see like
Clean it out.
I want to see Scarlet do
That goes with the overhead.
one of
I
her
keep thinking you're gonna
fatalities
block
or
it
brutalities on
somehow.
spawn. She's making like these Mountain Dew constructs.
That actually hit.
Ooh, the roll.
You know, maybe I'm thinking of Predator, the neon blood.
He's freaking out, man.
Some
Oh,
places
nice.
She was taking no chance.
I think you might survive.
No.
Nah,
no.
you're very dead.
Yeah. To hell.
I think it's a mercy.
Spawn shows
Okay,
no
it's just
mercy.
Yeah, there's no safe mercy.
one we saw in the trailer.
You know, so, yeah, maybe throw brutality on the next one. Not saying Tyler won't win. But, you know.
Forward on third, forward throw.
Thank you.
Spoilers.
One more. I got my cool combo off though. The overhead into the knee into command grab, which is what I like.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a victory.
I don't know what more to say. I mean,
I need to.
they did such a good job with him. Like with NetherRealm Studios, like I know they
Maybe Raiden can help you.
no true.
No saving.
You're giving me no choice.
Ooh, messages.
Yeah, there are two characters. It's kind of cool to see interact because, I mean, Al Simmons is basically, or Spawn is basically like, or no, Jax is
there.
Jax is like Al Simmons, but if he didn't go to hell, he just got his arms busted off for the most
Real
part.
punish, not the
Anyway,
best.
maybe not as brutal work
Like that setup.
or arm ripping, but what was I saying? Oh no, that's right. Like when NetherRealm, when they get it right, they get it right. They hit it out of the park. I mean, more of my issues with them. I just kind of don't like. I don't like some of the roster decisions and some of their kind of their treatment of people that want some certain characters.
Oh
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
necessarily.
I was hoping you'd forget about that.
I told you to do it to Derek,
Yep.
and then I forgot it
That's
would
so
happen
cool.
to me.
Karma.
I don't think it sucks with DLC characters. I feel like it's so much harder
Then,
unlocking their stuff. If you don't have like story mode,
ooh,
you kind of get an advantage with. Or like, or you can't buy their stuff in a crypt.
Oh, got him with the bop.
Ooh.
Got him with the bop.
Oh, I thought,
Ooh, the illusion.
you were gonna break away, so I didn't.
Ooh, oh, oh. Drop it. Panic. Ooh,
Oh my
down,
God.
down.
I was about to duck. I was like,
Oh,
2
so it
seconds
looks
away
like
from ducking.
his.
How often do you duck my?
Yeah, it looks like his mask is
or even
off.
get away from my fatal
But
blade.
that's weird then, because it's not gear.
Ooh. That's right.
That's
Fatal two.
okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Did I
I
take
guess
a round?
because
You did. You did.
What is that?
I don't know.
I
maybe
don't know
it's
what that is.
because
I don't
in
like
that
it.
fatal
I don't like it
blow,
either.
He's getting the
like
sweat
blood
off
comes
his
out of
hands.
the mouth,
Alright.
and they have to be able to show the
Necro
blood
Blast.
coming out of the mouth.
Tyler charging up.
I guess. I can't really do that if he like
Over-
covers up in his mask.
Oh,
All right,
poking.
all right, I got this.
The pressure's on. Tyler is not sure what to do with stuff.
Yeah, because if you can't take off the
Throw
mask,
away his defensive meter.
and if you can't change the mask, that means he wouldn't have one without the mask. He probably has
I
like
know you.
one of those offshoot skins where he doesn't have the mask
Pretty
on.
close. Oh.
Oh, I canceled it. I should have
I mean, I always prefer him with the mask on, but even still, it's nice just to have that option. Like, I never use his alternate in Soul Calibur 2.
Pressure's back on. Tyler back in a corner. Ooh. Here it is.
Oh, brutality. Okay.
chilling.
What the? What happened?
All right. Cool.
Awesome.
That's a sick
Good.
brutality
Well
pose,
done,
though.
team.
Good matches.
So that was it for the Spawn Kombat Kast stream. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Definitely nice seeing more how Spawn works. Even more excited for him. I know I don't see him. I'm just tired. No, and it was interesting. They said, "Oh, we'll see you next time." I don't know if it's. Well, I guess that doesn't necessarily hint at Combat Pack 2, but I think it probably is coming. But yeah, I think that's really all I can say. Just I think next week. I think next week he's out. I think. Or is it Thursday? No, it's not. It's next week. Oh man, less than a week actually. Yeah, I guess let me know what you guys think about Spawn in the comments below, either in the trailer or after this. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. It is a free country. Don't forget to check out Mark Yoon in the description below, as well as Mr. Anderson Plays Games. Check out my Patreon, help the channel out a bunch. Give me a shout out if you donate. Again, I should probably also explain my new setup. I'm still in the same room, but like I got a new TV in my, video game area upstairs, and I took the one I had there down in my room. So I just brought my PS4 and I have Twitch on there, or YouTube, and I can just watch the reaction videos on my TV like this, and I am way more comfortable than I was before. The end has come for the wait for Spawn and another video game or anything again. We'll have to see what happens after this. If anything happens with a movie, TV shows, any more video games, anything like that. Hopefully, this is the start of kind of a new era for Spawn. I guess we'll see. If this is the note he's going to go out on, being outside of comics, then this is probably the best possible note he could go out on. But thank you so much for checking out this video. As I always say, to the time or the place, keep being awesome.